that's pretty much all we're gonna get from E3. Sorry, EA at E3 today. So
That was overall incredibly underwhelming.
it was expected. It was expected, and it was safe. The only big thing that they had to showcase was BioWare's new title,
And
which they showed approximately 30 seconds of.
was it even? I don't even know. And then they're like, "Yeah, come to the Microsoft come to the Microsoft press conference to see more of that." So I mean, of course we're going to, but really, it's
Well,
they showed
if this
nothing.
is all they showed from we now know the name of it, Anthem. So if this is all they've showed for Anthem at the E3 presser, then we know that it's not out. It's not going to be due out this year. It's probably not even going to be due out next year. It's probably 2019. Because if it was coming out anytime next year, they would have done a good long slice of it, gotten somebody up there to talk about it, said coming 2018, and then the big Xbox reveal would have been huge and long, and they would have gone over it and over it and over it and over it there too. So yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna see Anthem out until probably 2019 at the earliest.
It's
Unfortunately.
unfortunate. So what else? Now, what else? We didn't really see anything else that was new.
No,
from EA at
so
all,
they're
pretty
they're
much.
doing some. I do like what they're doing with Battlefield 1. They've got the female Russian sniper story, looks like, just from kind of what they were showing, which is a real thing, and a lot of people really forget that. A lot of people forget that there were a lot of women who fought in World War One because it was it was the Great War, and literally things no country had ever been at that point before in history, and everything was just non-stop maddening insanity. So I yeah, I'm not necessarily surprised by that. I'm glad to see it. It's going to lead to a lot more customization options, good stuff like that. So yeah, I think it works. I think they're doing a good job with that title. I think that they're really trying with Battlefront 2. I think they're really, really trying, because they know how much. I think if they have another flop on their hands, I think Disney will probably pull them. I honestly think that if they have another massive flop in a row, like how they've had it, 1 and 2, and they just fail one after the other, and if their next big Star Wars game doesn't do good either, then I think Disney's going to look at them and say, yeah, we're just going to find somebody else to work on this stuff.
Does EA have exclusive development rights for Star Wars?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Not exclusively, but how they have it set up, it is pretty much everything's going through EA. Okay. That's kind of the story there. Now there is some crossover stuff, right? So they've got the Kingdom Hearts trilogy, or sorry, the third Kingdom Hearts game coming out, and Kingdom Hearts is tied into both Disney and and a lot of stuff through a lot of IPs through Sony and stuff like that. So it's a mix mash of a ton of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And we're gonna see a lot of Star Wars stuff with that, but that doesn't have anything to do with EA, as far as I know off the top of my head. I could be very wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So
we didn't see anything about a Star Wars open world game.
No, which leads me to again assume that that looks like that it's not even close to done. It's not even close to ready, which means that it is going to be out probably like a year or more, like 2019 or further. I really doubt that it's going to be out. I really doubt it's going to be out anytime soon. I would wager that we probably won't even see that one possibly until 2020. Unfortunately.
Yeah, if there's not even a hint of it, then that's a ways off.
Yeah.
But
Like
now,
not even like I honestly think so. Here's how I think it'll work. I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see the new Bioware game come out,
okay,
and then I think after we see the Bioware game come out, I think we're gonna see the and that's gonna be probably 2019. And then I think we're gonna see that's probably gonna be early 2019 too. Bioware does tend to favor earlier releases in the year, so I'm willing to say March 2019, and then I think we'll get fall 2020 will be the Star Wars open world game. At least that's how it's looking right now. Because if they haven't, it could be that they're waiting for the Xbox presser, the Microsoft presser, but I don't see why.
yeah, that's disappointing. That they really it was their one new thing, that is it's brand new IP.
Yeah.
And it was this short
Now
little clip.
it could be that they are holding it off until sometime next year. This is a possibility too. It could be that they're holding it off until next year because they want everybody to be focused on buying Battlefront 2. That could be a possibility as well. In that case, they're gonna push Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2, and then once they see kind of how it's going, 2018 rolls around, then they might do a surprise release at the next E3, and we might get it in the fall in 2018. That's a pretty good possibility as well.
Okay, all right. Then lots of sports stuff that they're pushing. That other than that, I don't know. Not a ton to be excited for coming out of there. I guess we just have to wait for the Xbox press release tomorrow, press conference for more on this IP.
Yeah. I am really shocked that Bioware didn't even step out on stage.
Yeah.
At all. Not even a rep. That seems kind of weird.
I enjoyed the coverage of that Need for Speed game a lot more than I was expecting to. So that actually does look really interesting.
No, it does look like they're moving in the right direction with it. But honestly, driving games and the games like it, there's more impressive driving that you can do in I keep wanting to say Grand Theft Auto, but Grand Theft Auto is as much an on the ground game as it is a racing game.
Right.
So in that sense, I feel that in a game that you're not running around as a person on the street, jacking cars and stuff like that, or getting in and out of cars. It's all entirely gameplay is 100% driving and customization of the cars that you drive.
Right.
I don't think it'll ever. I think more and more it's starting to lose its appeal, and I think more and more it's starting to become a non-issue. I think more and more it's becoming less and less of a thing. You got to remember that in a lot of big cities, more and more more and more teens are not really seeing the point of even getting a car or getting a driver's license because they use things like Lyft and Uber, and by the time they're 25, self-driving cars will be a huge thing, and by the time they're 40, pretty much it'll be exclusively self-driving cars.
As long as they
So I don't see the same appeal in the youth these days looking at a lot of these driving games. I really don't. So so I think it's I hate to say it, but I think it's kind of on its way out. I suspect that there'll always be a fairly big audience for it, but I don't think it's going to last as long as some people think it's going to last. So,
well, it's been fairly ubiquitous up till this point. There's always been racing games. There's been racing games, as far back as I can remember.
And the mechanic's never going to go away. It's just the mechanic is prevalent in other games that do a whole lot more. Yeah. And you're getting a whole lot more bang for your buck. And they're going to be able to do, more and more impressive things with car racing and stuff like that because it's easy code. The code has been there for a long time. It's evolved in really straightforward ways and the and the methodology to putting it into the game is super, super easy. So
Right. All right. Fair enough. But yeah, so that was the EA press conference live from E3 2017, and we'll be back tomorrow with Microsoft and Bethesda. So definitely, we hope you join us for that. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.